Please join me for Ask the Good Doctor, live today and every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon Central Standard Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bring your questions.
Good morning. You caught me drinking out of my gangster water jar. This is what I drink out of every single day. And we are going to talk about what you need and why. And it is water, 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 and more water. You've heard me say this before. You've heard everyone say this before. This is really one of the number one recommendations for positive health changes within the body, and that is to drink water. Yes, but why? Why do we say that? H2O, hydrogen, 2 parts, and oxygen, 1 part, because it hydrates, and oxygenates the body. We need oxygen and we need hydrogen. Everybody needs that. That's another science lesson, and maybe we'll do that on another day. Most simply, I want to give you a few tips on why water is beneficial. Why do I drink out of a gangster jar like this? Number one, I just love water. It is primarily the only beverage that I drink. I have avoided sugary drinks like the plague. In these times of COVID and flu up on us, we need to avoid all sugary drinks. And you should really only drink a sugary beverage if it's one you have made yourself. If it is juice, you have squaz yourself. I like to say squaz. I know that's not a word. If you have juiced the juice yourself, then that's the juice that you should be drinking. So now that when apples are abundant, you can make your own apple juice, your own apple cider. Experiment, try these things instead of relying on store-bought, which may absolutely positively have too much sugar, thus dehydrating the body. Most of the things that we eat and drink today, in America especially, cause dehydration to the body. The number one and number two culprits are coffee and sodas, pop, cold drink, whatever you like to call them, whatever region that you're in. All of those things are very damaging to the body and further dehydrate your already dehydrated body. But I want to start with something quite simply. The first thing that you should do in the morning is drink water, because you've been sleeping, hopefully, for 8 hours at night, all night. And when you wake up in the morning, you need to hydrate. So it's like the Slide Some Oil Into Me song that the Tin Man sings in The Wiz, because water acts as a lubricant. And I drink this or half of it at least as soon as I wake up. And if you really want to do something good, oh my gosh, put lemon in that water. But that's a talk for another day. I want you to know, as soon as you get up though, the water that slips into the body is to help you move around. Technically, that is for any metabolic reaction to take place within the body. It must be hydrated. So all of you who are creaking and cracking out there and have joint pain and wonder why you can't stand up and sit down, you can't stand up and sit down without pain, that is because you're not hydrated enough. And honestly, the master of writing about you're not sick, you're thirsty is Dr. Batman Gelly. In the holistic world, we call him Dr. Batman. But he wrote a book called You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty, and your body's many cries for water. That's it. Your body's many cries for water. You're not sick, you're thirsty. Ooh, what a concept. When I really grasped hold of what Dr. Batman was teaching, everything changed for me. And I want to thank you for your compliments on my skin. At my age, none of your business what that is. But at my age, people say that I have nice skin. I want to thank you for that. But how can that happen? My skin still has elasticity, and you can gain elasticity in your skin by drinking water. You should also drink water every hour that you're awake. That's right. Every hour that you're awake, starting with that first glass of water. Now, you don't have to drink as much as I do, but start with that in the morning. It should be the first thing that you drink. There's a new study out that came out through the Harvard Medical Journal, which stated that people who drank coffee before they ate breakfast or before they drank water, yes, were more apt to develop type 2 diabetes than those who had water or breakfast first, or those who had coffee with breakfast or coffee after breakfast. That is huge. That is a huge admission. That was a huge study. I want you really, really, really to consider that. Addition to water lubricating the joints. And when you get to be older, or I'm experiencing this with patients who are younger now, who are having severe joint pain. But guess what? They're dehydrated. And when you analyze the diet, you find out that they're eating high acid foods, and drinking high acid beverages continually through the day. The body is not meant to withstand that kind of abuse continually. It will retaliate, which is what happens with pain. Pain is a signal that forces you to pay attention to it. It is an internal fire alarm. So consider this. If you feel pain anywhere in the body, if you're stiff anywhere in your joint, if your joints are cracking any place, consider that a fire alarm. And how do we put out fire? Water. Water. Water is the only way to put out a fire. If you have ringing in your ears, oh my gosh, who could stand that? That is your body's internal fire alarm screaming, put it out, put it out. Drink the water. Yes. Also, the water forms saliva and mucus, and it keeps the mucous membranes moist. With COVID, the mucous membranes should stay moist. When my 97-year-old aunt went to the hospital for 14 days, and thank God Aunt Irene was able to leave the hospital, they gave her 2 instructions: stay away from sugar and drink water every 30 minutes. Why did they want her to drink water every 30 minutes? Because the mucous membranes need to stay moistened, and saliva needs to be continually produced in the mouth so she could swallow. And I take a nice swallow there. We must maintain saliva in our mouths. We must maintain saliva because it is what helps to digest our food. I promise that'll be another lesson on digestion. But we have to have saliva, and water helps to facilitate the saliva production and to keep our mucous membranes moistened. That is a fact. Good afternoon, Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire here with what you need and why. And boy, do we have a great lesson for you today. The other day, I had a conversation with you all about drinking water, how important it is for the body, how water does the body good, absolutely, unequivocally, hands down, is nature's nectar. Well, I heard your cries. I heard you saying, but I hate water. I am here to help you and ask you all to stop that. Yes, I am. I want you to stop that. But I want to give you some help as I ask you to stop. So today we are going to hack alkaline water. And I know that many of you have heard about the acid alkaline controversy, but we are going to put that to an end today. We all know that alkaline water is good for us, and there are many brands on the market, as well as there are so many different types of waters that you can purchase that count themselves as alkaline. They say that they're 9.9% alkaline. They say that they're 8.5% alkaline. And some of them just say that they're smart waters indeed. No tag. I like smart water. So today we are going to make our homemade alkaline water without purchasing the expensive brands in the store and without having one of those wonderful, magnificent $4,000 machines. Yes, you can make alkaline water without having a machine. All you need is a few ingredients from the refrigerator, and I'm going to show you now. I have some things. I have some helpers. One thing I want you to know is whatever size glass that you're using, doesn't matter. I want you to fill up the bottom. We're going to do various kinds today and just let them sit for a little while I talk on the rest of it, up to you for the rest of the show. The information. Fill up the bottom of the glass completely with what you're filling it with. I'm going to fill this one with good old lemon, and because I want a little extra kick, I'm going to put some oranges in here as well. This is a double kick. You don't need any sweetener. The one problem that I have with fruit waters, the Fruit 2.0s that are sold in the store, is that they have sugar. They even have artificial sugars and count themselves as natural, but believe me, they are not. In this one, I'm going to put strawberries. And I like lemon in all of my fruit waters. It helps to boost the alkalinity. And people might say, I can't drink lemon because it's acid. Well, this lemon is acid in nature, but in your stomach, it turns into an alkaline ash. Yes, an alkaline ash is good, and that is exactly where we want to be. So we filled the bottom of this with lemon and strawberry. Now here, yes, the blueberry. I've smashed them just a little bit so that I can pour them in there. See, I'm filling the bottom. And I am also going to put lemon in here as well. Love a lemon on top of everything. And see, I'm layering. I have the bottom is completely filled with blueberry, so I am going to completely fill lemon on top of the blueberry. And here we've got good old cucumber. Love cucumber. Cucumber is excellent. It is healthy. It is alkaline. Everything here that we are choosing today is alkaline, which is good for you. So you want to fill up whatever glass that you have on the bottom. And I am choosing to use spring water. A lot of you all always ask about what kind of water to use. Well, spring water is excellent to use, especially for making your alkaline waters. I like the variety from Aldi's. Why do I like this kind? I like it because the bottle is BPA free. It is important to have a BPA free bottle if you're going to use plastic, because those other plastics seep a xenoestrogen. That might be a new word for you. Xenoestrogen. We don't want xenoestrogens. No, they're hormone and endocrine disruptors. We want to ensure that our bottles are BPA free, or you can get glass. The best thing, of course, is a water filter in your home on your sink, because tap is unrefutably the best. But if you have poor tap water, or if you have hard tap water, then that makes it even more difficult to consume, to drink. And with all of you complaining about you don't like the way water tastes, well, here are some samples. Oh, and also in the orange and lemon, I'm going to use some organic cloves. Organic cloves, and just drop those in there because that makes it nice and spicy and aromatic. Yes, you should use cloves for something else other than decorating a ham. I'm not going to harass you on ham and pork today, but you should use cloves in your beverages as well as in your baking. I'm going to let these things sit. I want to do a demonstration and show you, teach you something about pH strips. These are pH strips. pH is potential hydrogen. I talked about having water being H2O the other day, 2 parts hydrogen. So I'm going to do my pH right now. I want to just show you. The lighter the pH strip is, the more acid is in the body. The darker the pH strip, the more alkaline your body. So you just put a little spit in your mouth. Put it in. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's my alkalinity level in real time. Now, for all of you who love to drink acid beverages, like coffee, I still have a gremlin in my house who likes coffee, by the way. So this is all that is left from the morning portion of it. And I am going to dip in this alkaline strip in this coffee and show you what color it is in real time. See me dipping it there? Yes. Now look at that. It is at the bottom of the scale. See that? It is 5.0. That is acid. That is what is happening in your body. Now I am going to take some water, pour it in here, and I'm going to dip that strip in here. It may not be dark as mine, which was 7.0, more than 7.0, it was 7.5. And 7.35 is perfect alkalinity. I'm going to dip this in the water here and then show you it is at least, that is 6.0. So the water is 6.0. The coffee is, see the difference there? Okay. And this is where you want to be. You want your alkalinity to be all the way at the end, not exactly at the end, but close to the end, because no disease can grow in an alkaline body. No disease. And that's where you want to be, because that is the difference between an acidic body, which is the introduction and fosters every single disease. Diseases live in acid, and it hates alkalinity. What you have to do is make sure that you are drinking nice beverages to foster a body that is alkaline. You eat nice alkaline foods, and that is your vegetables and your fruits, and you can make nice alkaline water.
Number 2, I want you to make water your primary beverage. Make water your primary beverage, over period, end of sentence. I don't know how many times I can say it. I don't know how much I can say it. Contrary to the popular TV ad, America should not run on Dunkin'. We should not. Okay? This habitual lifestyle of coffee and fancy coffee drinks are what we have, and that we have also innocently given to children, by the way. Okay? Because they taste good and they're sugary, and, you know, you're doing it, so why not let them do it? Yeah, that's a problem. It has made America sick. And I want you to drink half your weight in body ounces per day. If you weigh 200 pounds, I want you to drink 100 ounces of water. If you weigh 150 pounds, I want you to drink 75 ounces of water per day. I want you to cut out sugary drinks. And if you're going to have juice, juice it yourself. That's what you can trust. The juice you juice yourself. For goodness sake, don't ever drink anything made from concentrate.